Okay, let me show you the paper pack. It is Paper Studio. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's just called Pearl. And I've used this before. I made an album for my friend, but I didn't get those that video ready for YouTube. So when I decided to do mine, I just thought, it was very bland, but with black it looks very crisp and weddingish, or at least weddingish for my generation, my age. So I'm just gonna put some glue on, and then I already have the thing that I tore off that I'm gonna apply to the front. That is just the wedding party, and my friend calligraphy. She did the calligraphy on it, so wrote out the wedding party and who officiated and the date and the whatnot and all that. So I'm just gonna put that right on top of this piece of paper. All right, let's do this. I pulled out my pictures and I know what I need. I'm going to use these to go like that. These I'm going to glue together already. Make sure that they really are aligned, because these are scraps, but they are 6.5 by 7.5. Let me just burnish it really well. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on that flap and glue it to the other piece and make a little booklet. Put it on the side over here. Make sure we get it nice and straight. And then I'm going to trim if I need to trim if these are not exactly alike. Obviously, we'll have no trouble telling which is the side with this thing. So I'm just going to glue this down. Got a little crazy with glue. So I'm just going to center that top to bottom and get it to the edge. Best I can. All I did to figure out pictures was what I want to put here. Can I find them? They're all the pregame, what I call the pregame pictures. Like this one is my mom and dad and my little sister, who's now not so little. No, she's little, but she's 50 something. And so this one, a picture of the church, is going to go this way. So I'll decorate around with other things. But then this one, this will open up and it gives you the back, and then this one, and I counted up, and then I'm going to put one picture in the front. So that's kind of how I did it. This is all kind of pre-game as I was getting dressed and that kind of thing. Pictures out in the hallway, pictures with my husband and his dad with the ring and the Bible and the impending, you know what you're getting into, son, conversation. Those are cute. And so those will go at the beginning, and then next will be wedding itself, I guess. Okay, so that's in there. So that's the front of page 1. And that gets us through, and we could do it like that, but I really think I'll do it like that. All right, let's do something for the back. I'll count up more pictures and we'll keep going. Okay, I started decorating the pages because, in all honesty, I keep losing the pictures, and I don't want that to happen, or for them to get out of order, or me to get mistaken. So I'm just cutting. I'm going to use some of that Dove paper. This is what I picked out, and I covered the other album in, and it's just a soft white. It's not the usual bright white of the Michaels brand. So, and I think this is going to work just fine, because you don't see much of the paper with these pictures, because this is sized almost to 5 by 7. So that's what I'm going to put on the inside. I did use some of this, but I think I probably will do. Okay, I didn't cut one. I got to cut one for there. I think I will do all the insides with this, because it's just, it complements, and I don't want to have to run back to Hobby Lobby for another one of those paper packs. So hopefully this will work out. But I think this is the shine, and I just think it's very pretty for a wedding. Okay, this piece of paper is just face down because the pictures are on there and I don't want to mess them up on my desk. Oh, well, it's clean, it's not perfect. So just trying to protect the pictures. These two flaps are 6.5 by 7.5. I'm just going to glue them down. I'm trying to decide, do I want to put them both together like I did on the previous page, or do I want to put them side to side? I'm going to bring this down to the bottom, not all the way, but close to the bottom, because I'm going to put a flap up here. I don't know what this dust is all over it, but this too shall pass. Okay, I do want to get it level with this one. Okay, and then this one, I thought I wrote it down. It is wider. I think it's 9 inches wide. And it's 8.5 because I have the 1/2 inch already folded. Okay, so we're just going to glue that one right along the top and above these. It's really hard to see the black paper. And it's not so easy to do this when there's stuff already on the back side with the pictures, but I'm going to do it that way because I'm just losing them. I can't do that. I can't keep counting and recounting and where's this one and where's that one. So let me put some decorative paper on these and then we'll put some more pictures down. All right, we're on to the second page. This is turning out to be more of a project than I thought. Trying to get things in order is a little difficult. I cut these two, this is 8 3/4 this way, 6.5 this way, both of them the same, and they both have a 1/2 inch flap. So if you unfolded it is a whole 8 3/4, and then down the side 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to put these on at the side. I found that I had one extra picture that was actually the same picture. And I was struggling with getting that third picture in here, and so yeah, I didn't need to because it was a double. So I am going to put these towards the bottom because I am going to put a flap on the top. And the pictures are not going to be in order, but I'm still putting my favorite picture. Actually, let me go up just a hair. I'll wipe that off. And put my favorite picture on the very, very top. Okay, so one on this side, flap. Okay, I want to get this one sort of evened up with that, so I'm going to do it like this. Okay, boy, the black and glue, but it does seem to wipe off. That's the beauty of there. So this flap will go over all of it. And I don't have any pictures for the back of the flap. I hope I won't regret that later as I keep going with pictures. But I really do think 5 pages will do it. I don't know. This is just a project that this is coming together live. Okay, yeah, I am glad that this comes down below where those would go up. So let me put decorative paper on there and then we'll put these 3 pictures on. Okay, I'm going to film this. I have changed my mind. Still in the process. That's the flip. And I'm realizing I didn't need this flip. So I'm going to get it off of there. In case you haven't seen that process. It's glued down pretty good. What else do I want? My pokey tool. Where's that? Okay. And I'll just use this flip somewhere else. But I'm going to get it off of here and save this page in the process. You just have to be slow and steady. And don't really care. Well, it's coming. Hold on. Let me. I was going to say, I don't really care that I messed this up, right? Because I'm going to cover that with pattern paper. So I'll use this flip, and that flip is still good. It's a little ugly on the back. I'd probably put something more to bulk it up, but it's fine. We can use it for something else. So I just left that in there to show you because I realized I'll have this picture here and that one there, and then you'll open it up, and then, like I have no fingernails, that should go there. I wanted it on the front, that's why I did that, but it's going to go to the back, which just makes more sense. So let me continue with pattern paper. Okay, gluing 2 more flaps on the back of the next page. I figured out these. And these flaps are going to go side to side like that. One on the left side, one on the right. They are 8 3/4 long, or 8 3/4 this way, 8 1/4 this way. So I just want to get them to the side. Yeah. Use my towel. Okay, and then this one, let's check all the glue in there. We'll go on the other side. I think that's right. I kind of want to put a magnet. I haven't done that yet. I guess I won't because I haven't been. Yeah, I'll just put pattern paper on it and be right back. I'm going to use this flip for the next page that we tore off, remember? And this is very thin because I did that. So remember those strips that I cut thinking when we made the cover that we might use those to cover up that Tyvek? I'm going to use one of those and just put it right on top of here. It'll make this little piece stronger, which I think it's going to need. Pretty thin. Just let me lay that on there, get it sort of straight. Yeah, gluey mess, not to worry about it. Okay, that'll help that a lot. I'm just going to take my scissors and cut off the excess down there. So we did use that strip. All right, let me burnish that really well. Okay, let's pull in the page, see if I can remember everything that I thought about. We'll go ahead and put this one on. It's going to go at the top. Okay. I'm tempted to take the other strip. I don't know if that would, I don't know if it's going to be necessary. I'm going to let it go. Excuse me, I don't know what these little coughs are. Okay, so I've cut two pieces here that are, or no, just one piece. It's 6.5 by 8. It's actually going to go here underneath. And I'm just going to have it on one side this time. And I cut it that size intentionally to where it's, the paper's 6.5, but on the front with the folded, it's only 6. That way when I cut my pattern paper, I'm not wasting so much. I can get 2 out of it, right? So I'm going to bring that down. Just glue it on. All right, 2 more flaps for the next page. We're making headway. These are 6.5 by 8, just like the last ones. That way I can save my pattern paper a little bit. So I'm just going to do these side to side. Keep working this out in my head, and I seem to come up with a different scenario every time. So I hope you don't mind me doing it as I go, because otherwise I would be so confused. I also hope this encourages you to do your own thing, because it's just not that difficult. You match your pictures, and then I always start with the scoreboard and score my flap, and that way you just know more where to cut. I don't like doing the math. Is that on there straight? Yeah, that white paper's throwing me off. I put the white paper underneath. This is just pattern paper underneath, because I didn't want my pictures on the back to be rubbing all over my desk. Okay, so that's in there. Okay, looks like a hot mess, but I'm actually making a little progress. Okay, I'm coming into where I keep doing the same thing. So I've decided on the next page, we're gonna switch it up and do a waterfall. These two are gonna be more the side panels and 6.5 by 8.5 again, but that saves my pattern paper, which I was running low on. So I'm just gonna glue those on. I feel like I'm getting really close to the end, which is really nice. So I'm going to bring that down because I am going to have a flap at the top. So we'll put the other flap on, and I've already cut the decorative paper and everything that go on these, so this will go pretty fast. As a matter of fact, I'll just stop talking and just put it in fast forward because this is getting to be a lot, I think. Okay, as promised, a waterfall. These are, let me measure them real quick. They are 8.25 long and 7 wide because I've already folded an inch strip, or 7.5 long, 8.25 wide. I get my wides and my longs. So 7.25, that's more like 7.5, 8.25. Okay, I just did it to match I just laid the photo on there and figured out where to go to get it even, and that's how I managed that. But I am going to do a waterfall. And I'm going to use this piece of paper to build it on. And I did the inch width because I want a little bit more space between the pictures. And I know my piece of paper here is wider than these, but I'm going to trim it on the back side. Okay, so I'm just going to go down to the end. Try to get it on straight. Try not to glue up my piece of paper here. This is beautiful paper. This is music note paper. But it's been working for me just to keep my pictures clean. Okay, so pull that one up. Push that down really well. It's burnished really well. Okay, this one will go right to there. All right. Okay. apologize if my head gets in. I just want to get this very straight, or as neat as I can. And burnish really well. You hear that glue wiggling around in there? Okay, and then one more. Okay. And I usually build my waterfalls on a base like this so that I can trim it if it's not straight, because I'm a little OCD, I've discovered, and it bugs me if it's not quite right. You can always trim it with your little knife and your ruler. It's easy and it doesn't, you're not losing anything. So let's just check them out. I think I'll trim them. That's not really nice right there. So let me get my X-Acto knife. We'll go through that process. I just get my ruler. Let me turn it this way because I like to cut towards myself. So line this up on a line. How that works out. I'm going to cut right at that blue line and measure up on this blue line. And you're just cutting off 1/8 maybe. But it'll be nice and straight and crisp. Here I am. Where's my X-Acto? Here it is. Okay. I don't know if this is my new one or my old one, but I do know that gentle passes, several gentle passes will get you much better results than one hard pass. Yeah, this is doing well. Just keep going. Don't worry about the mess. Yeah, so just one little bit. It's always where it's glued on the edge is where it struggles. So now I'm going to turn it around this way, measure up again on that blue line. Okay, and that's going to work for me. Actually, that side's pretty straight. Actually, I got to pull it down a little bit. But I'll cut it off anyway. It'll all be the same. Okay. All right, so that's beautiful. That little paper worked well. We're just going to glue it down. Just put a little glue on it. And we'll glue all this into or onto a page after I put the pattern paper on it. So I'm just going to lay that down. Okay, these are going to go one there, one there. And I'm not going to glue this paper on yet until I have these down. So these are 8.5 with your 1/2 inch flap by 5.5 long. Okay, messy desk is almost over. This piece is 6.5 by 8 and probably 8.5. Let me double check. I don't want to tell you wrong in case you're really interested. Yeah, 8.5, and then you fold, and then it will be 8 inches. It is 6.5 this way. This one I know I measured right. It is 9, including the flap, and 6.5. So it's going to be upside down because I was looking at my pictures and I decided how to do it. So I'm going to take this out and glue these down. Alright guys, that's where it stands at the minute. There's much more to do as I want to give each page a little more time and enhance it with a few embellishments and whatnot. And I'm going to be writing stories to put in the pages too. So when I can get done, I will shoot a follow-up video and put that up. In the meantime, you guys stay safe out there in this COVID world that's getting crazier and crazier, and I'll see you in the next video.